our audience retention is already so bad that we could like hide our bank account numbers in the end of the podcast and no one would know.
It wouldn't even matter. We could put all our critical personal information out there, all our bank accounts, social security numbers, addresses, everything. Everyone would have so much opportunity to rob us and steal our money, and yet it would never happen. That's how confident we are in this whole business.
Hi, I'm Emilio.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're two friends from two different countries. Join us as we share our online friendship with you guys.
And the perspectives from two different worlds.
The show starts now. What is up, Gamer Nation? Welcome back to another episode of the Terminally Online Pen Pals radio broadcast through the internet, also known as a podcast. Welcome back to another epic episode. I'm here. Ryan's here. Ryan, how's it going?
No, not too bad, folks. Welcome back to another awesome episode.
What do you mean not too bad? What's wrong?
Well, guys, unfortunately, I feel a little under the weather right now for this recording. I recently, just today, went and got my flu and COVID shot. My left arm hurts fairly badly on the upper part, and I think I'm starting to feel the effects of both vaccines since they contain trace amounts of both COVID and the actual flu virus. So, yeah, I went and got my vaccines done today, and I feel a little bit loopy, so to speak. I mean, I'm usually drunk for the podcast recordings, but now I have an actual reason to justify why I'm acting the way I am.
No. I mean, it's okay if you were drunk. Like you're kind of funnier when you're drunk. Remember when you used to do this show sober? Kind of sucked.
Oh yeah, that's true. That really did suck. Actually, that was like the whole first 5 seasons of our old show, and then that whole last season 1. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm a little under the weather this episode, I feel like. But we should still be able to have a good old episode regardless. A fun one for the books.
Hell yeah. I wanted to actually start off the show, not with the weekly recap, but with something I learned just a few hours ago. I don't know if you guys noticed this running gag we do a lot on the show. Which is where we beg you guys for money on Ko-fi.com/TOPP.pod.
I wouldn't call it a running gag if it's serious. I'm still not getting paid. We're in week 3 of the government shutdown right now, and I resorted to selling my body amongst other things on the street just to make ends meet. That Ko-fi would really go a long way, guys. Like, seriously. If you could donate to Ko-fi, it'd be great.
Today, someone I follow on Twitter, they use Ko-fi, and they found how you can get doxxed through Ko-fi.
Oh, so basically what you're telling me here is if somebody wanted to, they could hack our Ko-fi account and find out.
No, not even hacking it, because like in the receipt, like your full name and banking address.
Oh, then it's a good thing it's hooked up to all of Emilio's information, which means I'm safe.
Yeah, so if you guys want to know where I live, donate to our Ko-fi.
This sounds like a Patreon tier list gift. Like if you donate a certain amount of money, you get this perk.
You get my address.
Yeah, you guys can get the address anyway, even if you donate the minimal amount.
Yeah.
Apparently, anybody can get it.
I don't even remember which bank account is linked to the podcast. This podcast is Ko-fi.
It's the one with the most amount of money in it, I'm sure.
The one with $2?
Yes, $2 is $2, man. The government shut down very critical times right now for me. So I'll do whatever it takes to make a few bucks.
So how's it going?
Anything. Oh, great. This week has been extremely epic. I got up to quite a few cool things since the last episode, in addition to feeling like I'm internally dying from the vaccinations that I received. After we recorded the last episode, me and a family member went to a really cool festival that I attend every year in a town called Bedford. It's in Pennsylvania. It's a festival called Fall Foliage. It's a pretty cool local town event. We ended up going to this old historic village and looking around. Old Bedford Village. It's been around since the 1800s. Pretty cool for a historian like myself. One complaint I do have about the festival that I do want to emphasize is I will never park in town again. That is probably the worst parking situation I've ever found myself in.
How so?
When I first started going, let's just say 5 years ago, when I first started going to this festival, or 4 years ago, I guess, in 21, there are certain people in town that instead of you taking a shuttle from the historic village, pay $10, you take the bus and they take you into town. Some people rent out their yards to make a little extra money. So you can go and park in some random stranger's yard or field in the middle of town and then go and enjoy the festival from there. The problem is the field that we actually paid to get into was not only way more expensive than $10, it was like 20 or so. But my car was about a centimeter apart whenever I went to leave from the other cars that were around me, boxed in like sardines. It took me about a half an hour or so just to get out of that field without wrecking my car or hitting somebody else's. So in that case, it would have been a deer that would have totaled my car. It just would have been shitty parking. Ever since then, guys, I have vowed for that particular festival and just in general, I will happily take a public shuttle. I will happily deal with some guy coughing on me and the bus driver giving me dirty looks than actually going to parking town and risk damaging my car for like the millionth time at this point on the show. So, yeah, that's one complaint I do have, but it was a fun event nonetheless. That was really cool. Outside of that, guys, I don't have a ton to report for this one. No house update this week. I know everyone is going to be incredibly disappointed. I'm sorry, but I don't have anything to really update you guys on this week. Hopefully, we have some more progress made for the next episode, and I'll be able to tell you guys more about it then. So, I'm sorry, as always. Again, I wish I had something to tell you, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it, guys. It's a boring update this week. Nonetheless, though, we'll have some cool news for the next time. But that's been the bulk of my week. Otherwise, it's just been normal work stuff, going to work, doing stuff around the house where I can.
Unpaid labor.
Yeah, being busy as always. And did I mention not getting paid still? Although I actually did find out something interesting about that. For federal workers, the U.S. government has actually accumulated some money in the budget. So some people are actually getting paid now. At my workplace, there are two different types of employees. You have custody staff and non-custody staff. Custody staff are the officers that work in the unit, like I used to work when I first started working at the prison, and generally people who work in the housing units where the inmates stay. Non-custody staff are everyone like myself, teachers, health services, psychology, that kind of thing. Apparently, on my day off on Thursday, apparently everyone at work found out.
I don't know if you guys know this, but no custody is a synonym for people that have a lot of sex.
Yes, that's exactly what it means, which is why I'm non-custody. So that's part of the reason why I wanted to take this job. But I found out that the custody staff guys are actually getting paid from the government during the shutdown.
Boo.
Yep. All the non-custody staff, including myself, are told, guys, you can go fuck yourselves. You're waiting until the lockdown's over.
That's
everyone else that you're working around, they get paid. Yeah. So I found out some people are getting paid, and I'm not one of them still.
I'm sure that's great for the work environment.
A lot of good workplace morale. That's why when I was at work today, Friday, a lot of people called off because they were so pissed off. Yeah, it was pretty empty this morning when I'm holding the parking lot.
Wait a minute, Ryan. I have a question. There's this lost episode. There are rumors about it on
the lost episode.
Top Pod Creepypastas. That's the last episode.
I mean, it's kind of appropriate to talk about because this is the spooky month. We do have Halloween coming up. By the time the next episode comes around,
yeah,
it'll be Halloween.
That's what I was getting at, except not really. Were you supposed to go to Japan this month?
I was supposed to, and I have some bad news about the trip. It has been delayed.
If you haven't noticed, Ryan hasn't been to Japan.
If you haven't noticed, I haven't posted anything about it on Facebook, so that's the indicator right there. My whole life's basically on Facebook. Not really, but As you guys can see, I am in the DeBoss cave. That's the good news. I'm in a different place, but this is not Japan. I know that this could have fooled a lot of people, but
Yeah.
no, this is not Japan.
It's been so
The
long
trip,
since the boss vid that you could tell me that's like the freaking Winter Palace in St. Petersburg, and I'd be like, could be,
bro, that's why you check out the nostalgia factor, though. That's where you can keep up to date with all the cool DeBoss cave stuff.
Nah.
I think it's much better content nowadays, but
What do you mean? There's no like chugging on soap.
You're right. No turkey on soap. No milk being poured on me.
Yeah, man. What are you
No
talking
NASCAR
about?
videos, which Josh, for some reason, wanted me to make a sequel to that video.
You should.
I don't know why.
The 10-year anniversary of it is coming up.
It's not gonna happen. I just hung out with him and our buddy who just left a big tip on Saturday. That's another thing I did actually.
As a tip, as in like a bill, guys. Not that he whipped out his penis.
Yeah, not that kind of tip. The guy who left a ton of money at Buffalo Wild Wings, if you remember that episode. I actually hung out with both of them last Saturday, and Josh was telling me about, he was watching some of the clips from the podcast after we had posted them from the government shutdown episode and whatnot. And he's like, I noticed something about you guys. You e-beg every episode for Kofi.
It's a running gag.
He's like, has anyone actually ever donated? And I had to break the news. Hell yeah, we get donations every episode. We have millions of dollars in the Kofi account. That's the reason we're still doing this show. Josh, if you're watching this, I'm sorry I may have misled you slightly, but
And if you're watching this on the TikTok, give us money on Kofi.
Yes, give us money on Kofi.
So what
Just
happened,
a little bit
Ryan?
of a side there. Well, unfortunately, guys, as far as the Japan trip goes, it boiled down to one simple reason: finances, which the government shutdown could not have come at a worse time, unfortunately. We saved up as much as we could for this trip for the past several months. Japan, for those of you who don't know, is incredibly expensive. The cost that we guesstimated that we're going to have to put back is around $12,000 in order to spend.
Christ.
That's how much it costs. We did the research into the hotel, the plane, how much it's going to cost for us to buy things when we're actually in Japan. And quite frankly, it's a lot of money. So that in mind,
can I get a look at your guys' budget? Because it's 12,000 sounds like a lot, to be fair.
It's a lot.
Because you guys live on the East Coast, so maybe that's why it's a lot more expensive.
Yeah. Especially factoring in travel and a 20-hour plane ride there and back. So it's going to be a lot when we actually go. The trip isn't dead, guys. It's just been delayed. I am in the process now of working overtime, and hopefully I get paid soon, which I can start to take more out of that paycheck to save back. But we are saving up. The trip is still a go for next May. We actually decided on what tour we're doing officially. So it is happening in May, regardless. We are going on the Golden Tour, is what it's called. It's a tour that takes you around 3 critical areas of Japan, not just counting Mount Fuji, but we get to go to Tokyo, we go to Kyoto, and I can't remember the name of the third place.
Gotta be like Osaka?
No, it's not Osaka. It ends off somewhere else. I just can't remember the name of the town right now off the top of my head.
Could it be... is it Nara? Where they have all the deer?
I think it's Bryansville 2.0.
Bryansville?
Like yeah, Bryansville. Actually, it's going to be really cool. We're checking out Bryansville. It's a settlement we didn't know about.
The third spot is Tallahassee. We got scammed.
But we're going to be doing the Golden Tour is what it's called, guys. Whoa. It's the most reasonably priced. We're going to be hitting a lot of major cities, including Tokyo and Kyoto. We're going to be seeing Mount Fuji, visiting a lot of the different areas and local shops in Japan. It's going to be really fun. I'll also be able to check out some of the cool tourist sites that I want to on there, the historical battlefields. It'll be an epic trip, but unfortunately, it will not be this month. And the government shutdown, once again, did not help with the financial situation. Of course, that is the risk of being a federal employee, but, it is what it is. Plus, the other bad part about it is, too, with my job during a government shutdown, this is something else I discovered, too. Taking leave or taking time off is a really sketchy gray area thing to do right now because I'm considered to be an essential government worker because I deal with people. I work around inmates and whatnot, so I still have to show up to work even though I'm not getting paid. And when you take leave, like sick leave or annual leave for vacation, you may not get that time back when you use it because technically you're not getting paid. You're still expected to show up to work. And a lot of people, when you use leave, it might be considered AWOL or absent without leave, which could get you fired. So I may not even been able to take time off for this month anyway because it was going to be about a 9 days. Yeah. So it's a combination of finances and then government shutdown. So thank you, U.S. government, for helping to contribute to the delaying of my Japan trip because the next available time that we could do it to save up money and get the Golden Tour was next May. So thank you, guys. I love this country.
Dun, 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 dun. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. I don't know the lyrics. Anyways, guys.
And yeah, that's the update on the Japan trip as well.
You know what I found crazy? It's legal to burn the American flag.
I don't think that's true.
It's 100% true. It's 100% true.
Really?
Yes, there was a
I always thought it was illegal.
No, it's legal under the First Amendment, like free speech.
Freedom of speech, yeah.
I find that, well, because here in Mexico, it's incredibly illegal. Like, this guy here got sentenced to prison for making fun of the flag in a poem. I was reading about it. He got it was like he got a fine and got sent to prison. But in the States, it's 100% legal. And I mean,
I always thought it was illegal, to be honest. Like, it's the same reason why shooting a bald eagle or harming a bald eagle has such a criminal penalty attached to it.
Well, because I mean, it's probably like an endangered species. I feel like that's different.
It was endangered, but it's also because it's considered the nation's symbol of freedom. So that's the reason why the penalty is so much worse. I thought the flag burning situation was the same case.
I feel like we have to fact check the eagle thing, but the burning of the flag is 100% legal under freedom of speech law.
Bro, I'm a historian. I know what I'm talking about, all right?
You didn't even know about the flag thing.
What do you mean? That must be new. It's still... People have been arrested.
It's been a while. Burning...
People have been arrested for burning flags.
Flag USA SCOTUS. The majority of the court, according to Justice William Brand, agreed with Johnson and held that burning constitutes a form of symbolic speech. This was in 1989.
Yeah, 1989, buddy. That's times have changed because people have actually been arrested for that.
No, 1989 is when that was upheld by the Supreme Court.
I don't know. We'll have to delve further into that.
Texas v. Johnson.
That's a really sketchy point because I've seen people on television and in the news arrested for flag burning in the past where they've called it peaceful protesting of sorts where no one was harmed or injured, but they were still arrested for it regardless. So we're going to have to kind of look a little more in-depth.
Bald eagle shot crime USA.
Bald eagle shot crime USA. Great English, buddy.
Yes, shooting. This is the AI overview, guys. We're not going to do the entire research. So apparently there's this thing called the Bald and Golden Eagle Protection Act in the United States. So I think it's more of an animal protecting thing, not necessarily
It's also a nation symbol thing kind of chucked in there. Part of the reason why that law is into effect, fun fact, it's due to a pesticide called DDT. Back in the 1970s and 80s, the bald eagle population was going extinct because they were being exposed to a pesticide called DDT that farmers use on their crops and fields. What was happening was bald eagles were ingesting the DDT and they were bringing it back to their nests. The female bald eagles could not lay eggs because the shells were brittle and they cracked, so the offspring were dying very quickly because of the pesticide exposure. Hence, the bald eagle population was declining very badly. And then in the late 80s, they discovered that DDT was killing the bald eagle population. So they discontinued the use of it, and the bald eagle population is now on the rise.
And they also made it illegal. They also made it legal to burn the flag in the late 80s.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah. I guess
Well, I
coincidentally
mean,
around that same time.
God give it, God taketh away. You can't shoot any more eagles, but you can burn the flag.
I don't think that's the main point of this, but yes.
I think that has to be the thing SCOTUS would debate it. 5-4 decision.
What I will say is, though, that I'm surprised this podcast became educational at any
Yeah.
point. We're
But
actually
I
teaching the
mean,
viewers something.
I guess, I think maybe those examples you're talking about, people getting arrested for burning the flag, maybe they probably brought in a different charge, like unlawful assembly or whatever.
Oh no, like probably just. It depends if they brought the flag with them or they stole and they took the flag from somebody else's property,
That could
which
also
could be
be it.
considered theft, destruction of property, that kind of thing. Maybe not necessarily for destroying America's symbol, but maybe there was some other crimes being committed
Yeah.
as well. Maybe I think that probably ties into it.
I mean, I don't know. Here we have really strict laws of what you can do with the national symbols. Like I think you can't use them in any like art form. You know what I mean? Because it's considered like altering the symbols. Like in movies, when they have the Mexican flag, they have a different
Yeah.
design.
Haven't you done that in YouTube videos you've made where you've altered your country's flag by some chance?
No, because it's a crime.
I think you might have a few times, buddy.
I can show the symbol, but I can't like deface it, and that's completely arbitrary.
Oh man, I was getting ready to report you to the local authorities in your city.
Snitch.
I have to, man. I mean, I'm
Snitch.
sorry. You doubted my word when I was talking about the flag burning thing, and you know what?
But I fact check you.
Turns out you were wrong about doing something else with flags, and it was on some crappy YouTube content too.
I fact
So I guess
checked
you're
it.
going to jail.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
What your content? Well, I mean, it's been pretty mediocre for a very long time, buddy. But I guess it's improved here and there. Maybe the 2-hour video will make up for it. So yeah.
It's just that I'm busy carrying you on this show. But what do you think about that? What do you think about the SCOTUS decision on flag burning? I mean, we're it was in 1989, so we're a bit late to this discussion.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, it's been what? It's been 35 years,
Yeah.
roughly 36 years. So that was before either of our lifetimes.
What do you mean? And but you hate the government now, so you probably are.
No, I can't say that because I still work for the government, so I can't say.
They took away your band trip, man.
They did. They took away my pay for who knows how long until the shutdown ends. I'm a little upset, but I don't hate the government for it. To my FBI agent or CIA agent watching this episode.
To your
this is
supervisor
all
watching
bad
this.
Just joking. Please do not kidnap me and throw me in a van, never to be seen again after this episode. So, but I would say honestly,
The next podcast will be shot at Guantanamo Bay.
I'm gonna be strapped to a chair, hogtied, and like, hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Top Pod. Today,
Hey guys,
waterboarding special just
coming
for
to
you
you
guys.
live from Rikers Island.
Rikers Island. Today we're going to be talking politics while Ryan is waterboarded. Actually,
Ryan just admitted to participating in 9/11. This is crazy.
selling secrets to Canada or any other foreign country that wanted them.
Ryan just admitted to being responsible for the latest North Korean nuke development. That's
Oh
crazy.
no! Leaking nuclear secrets to North Korea.
He didn't
No.
even have access to that information. How did he know?
And yet somehow I was able to leak it. I don't know how that happened. But no, I would say the flag burning law, that's an interesting one. On one hand, protest in any, because this kind of ties into the subject of peaceful protest in general, which we've seen around the world many times, where governments or countries have been unfair to the citizens on certain policies or things going on, people have the right to protest. It's protected in most countries, like it should be. People should be allowed to. Well, Emilio prepares a kidnapping device of some kind. Oh, thank goodness. Emilio's taping his mouth shut. Finally, a golden opportunity here on the show where Emilio can't say anything. Amazing. Okay, guys, so here's what we're going to be doing now. For the rest of the episode...
Finish your goddamn point. That's what I shut up.
You gotta put that back on, buddy. Okay, thank you. So, Emilio's lame content aside, as always, of course.
This isn't the sex thing.
But, no. But, what I will say is, though, no, the peaceful protest should be a thing. A lot of people should be able to speak their mind and do it in a respectful way. But I think burning a flag, illegal or otherwise, in certain countries, I think that's a little extreme. Well, I get that that's supposed to be a big power move from protesters to show, we don't agree with our nation's policies or anything like that. I do think that's a little far. Probably the reason why in certain countries it is illegal to do, and it's severely frowned upon in many others, like the U.S., assuming it's not outright illegal. But I don't personally agree with burning flags. I do agree with protest, but I think that's taking it a step too far, in my personal opinion.
That's pretty cool, Ryan.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, can you put the tape back on, though, please? The episode improved like 1,000%.
No, we still have another 10 minutes. And
damn it.
I mean, I think I don't care. I don't think burning the flag is like a step too far. Personally, I think it's like I don't care. I think it depends on the context. I think it's a bit ridiculous here in Mexico how we have so many laws protecting the national symbols. It's like, I think it kind of doesn't matter, really. I used to think like, yo, this is, because you learn about it in school and you're like, yo, this is like the most important thing apparently. But, it doesn't matter. I mean, if you see a protest, for example, if someone is like protesting an injustice and they happen to burn the flag, to me it's just like, who cares, right? Like, they're pretty angry. I don't think they're gonna, if it's like, if they're protesting like violence and they burn the flag, I don't think they're gonna be like, oh wait, no, I'm not gonna, like, you telling them that burning the flag is wrong won't really matter to them, right? Because there's a lot of anger there that isn't being addressed by the authorities that this symbol represents.
Sure. I more see it as an issue of a pretext. If people are willing to go so far as destroying property, who's to say that these crowds won't eventually decide to up their game? If they realize, okay, we're destroying public property, we're doing this and that, maybe we need to get a little bit more extreme here with our protests if that's not going to get anyone's attention. So then they decide to move on to something a little bit more extreme, like, hey, public official, you see this flag? Well, that didn't do anything. Here's a free grenade through your window. Merry Christmas. And then, I mean, and that's happened before. I think
extreme. It depends on the injustice. You know what I mean?
That's true. It also depends on the context is key with this kind of discussion. And there's a lot of, depends on, it's a situation-based thing as well.
Yeah, I don't know. If I see, like,
it would depend.
The indigenous people of Mexico, if they are burning the Mexican flag, I'm going to be like, yeah, we've done a lot of shit to them. We've done a lot of shit to them, Yeah. But if like some anti-immigration guys do it in the States, I'm going to be like, okay, well, that's the different, it's a different meaning there. I think the context there, it's like, yo, what the fuck does that mean? I haven't done shit to you. What are you talking about,
Right.
I think it depends on the context.
Right, and I would agree with that too.
I think burning the flag is like not as extreme as throwing a grenade at someone. It's not even on the same level.
Like that. It's happened many times throughout history. And who knows? I mean, I would really, guys. By the way, we're not advocating. Do not kill anybody. We're not promoting violence.
We only promote violence in video games.
Yes, video games only. And honestly, I'm the best person to give you that recommendation. Emilio does really bold things like read.
Yeah, burn the flag in a video game.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not going to advocate that either. That's already a thing in many video games. There, y'all ever heard of Grand Theft Auto?
Holy shit! I didn't even, dude. You know you could get like strippers in that game. Why are you burning flags?
Dude, I don't know. You can do all sorts of shit in that game, man. Strippers, kill gangsters, throw people in the ocean, blow shit up. That you can do almost anything in GTA.
Anyways, so yeah, that's what I think. It's okay. You know, it's protecting freedom of speech because one day these guys just burning the flags. One day I'm gonna have to be one of those guys. You know, fighting for my rights or whatever. You know.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw you on the front of like a newspaper in your hometown or something else, or just being pepper sprayed by the local authorities at a rally for some cause you believe in. So I wouldn't be surprised. By the way, guys, fun fact for you too: I have been pepper sprayed. It sucks. Do not recommend it.
Why were you pepper sprayed?
My job, we carry pepper spray, dude.
That doesn't answer the question.
So one thing I've never really detailed here on the show, this is just a side note from our protest talk for the episode, but Emilio mentioned pepper spray. One of the things I have to carry in the prison is
spray. You did.
Oh no, I have to carry OC, or it's basically pepper spray.
Original
That's
creation.
one of our lines. It's one of our lines of defense against inmates if they decide to attack each other or, heaven forbid, us or anything like that. And never had to do it personally yet on the job, but I responded to many calls where many violent acts have been committed. And I ran into a unit one time specifically that was completely coated in multiple cans of OC that they used on some of the inmates. And everyone, including myself, was exposed to the OC. Like it was blasted right in our face whenever we arrived. I was coughing and hacking on the outside compound, and I didn't have any allergy issues that day. It was a horrible experience. Do not get sprayed with pepper spray. When I see these videos of people doing it on purpose to like have a viral video, I'm like, you guys are stupid dumbasses.
Guys, that's why they invented like these machines that can electrocute people. That's way safer.
No, yeah, it's definitely way safer. We're going to be carrying electrified batons with us next. No, but yeah, side note, don't get pepper sprayed. It's awful.
I generally try to avoid it. Thank you. But yeah, I think that's my conclusion. Pepper spraying is painful. Or what were we talking about?
To conclude my point on protesting as well, guys, all our talk aside, I think protesting is important. People should absolutely deserve to have a voice. Not only is an amendment protected in my country, but in many other countries, it's also a very big thing that people are able to do to voice their objections or changes that they want made if something is unfair or unjust. However, there are cases where I do think it is too far. Depending on the context, the flag burning situation may not be as extreme, even though I personally don't like it. But that being said, though, depending on the context, that would depend on how severe it actually is. So, but I do think that condoning that kind of stuff will lead to more violent occurrences later on, which has happened many times in history. The only thing that I do believe in protesting, the only thing I ask of all of you guys is that you have a right. Absolutely exercise it, but please don't kill anybody. That's like a very important thing there. Don't harm anybody, because if you do, they're going to trace it back to this podcast, and Emilio and I are going to get the pantsuit off of us. So, yeah, we are not responsible.
Freedom of speech.
You should probably put that in the description, actually. Parentheses, we are not responsible.
This whole podcast was a prank.
Yeah, this whole podcast was a prank, guys.
I don't even remember why I was thinking about the flag burning thing, but...
No, actually, we weren't even talking about this prior to recording, so maybe this was something that came to your mind during like a conversation you had today or something.
I finished reading this book here, and they talk about how that guy got sent to prison for making fun of the flag. So just like making fun of the flag, not even like doing anything physical to a piece of cloth. I mean, a great symbol of our nation.
Yes, the greatest symbol possible.
Yeah.
And any
Hell yeah.
hell yeah.
And he got sent to prison.
That's weird,
And
actually.
and
I've never really heard
the
about that.
person that wrote the book is like, I can't even like tell you what he said because I would be complicit.
Yeah, and then they would probably track me down and arrest me too, and then the book would go away.
So, anyways, 1984 is a book about this guy, and
1984.
in the year 1984. Anyways, Ryan, it's time before we leave. It's time for you to tell us your recommendation for this week.
All right, excellent, guys. Let's go to your favorite segment of the show, Ryan.
Next to the house update.
Yeah, besides the house update. By the way, the epic intro will indeed play this time. I know it didn't the last 2 times, but here is the epic intro to Ryan Recommends right now.
Whoa.
All right, wasn't that epic, guys? The explosions, the epic voice.
There was explosions.
We'll be using that intro going forward for Ryan Recommends, so it'll be awesome. This week, guys, I'm going to recommend you guys do another cool and interesting thing that you should definitely send us photos of or tell us about here on the podcast.
Burn a flag.
After all of that shit that we said, to cap it off with saying, go burn flags of your country's symbols, guys. No, I'm not going to do that because that might be inciting a riot or something. So,
Ryan recommends here.
Recommend that.
Ryan recommends the American flag just to be safe in a video game.
No, not a recommendation for me, guys. No, guys. My recommendation for you guys this week, I want you to, in your house right now, go to your nearest family member. Doesn't matter who it is, mother, brother, sister, father.
And kiss
doesn't matter
them.
who it is. You can do it after you do this. I want you guys to pull an epic sleeping prank on them. Those are very popular videos on YouTube that we would love to see. You can put their hand in a bowl of warm water. You can shave their eyebrows. You can do the whole whipped cream prank or something. Film it and send it to us here.
I want to clarify that the kissing part is not like a sex thing. It's a way of apologizing.
Yeah, for apologizing after you pull the prank. But pull the prank, guys. I recommend you absolutely do any of these awesome ideas and send us the video. That's really important. That way we can show it here on the show. And if anyone actually does it, we are also not held responsible for any damage that occurs. But yes, guys, that's what I recommend this week. Go and prank your family. And send it to us on the Top Pod, which you can follow us on at a lot of places, actually.
Come on, Ryan. What's our @ on TikTok and Instagram?
You guys can follow us at Instagram, TikTok, and all sorts of other amazing.
But what's our handle?
It's Top Pod or Terminally Online Pen Pals Podcast.
No, it's
which
at TOPP.pod. God damn it!
It was close. Close enough. Follow us on all the socials, guys. Check out the video version here on YouTube and listen to the audio on Spotify if you're bored and need something to listen to when you're way to work.
Apple Podcast. Don't forget about that one.
That's true. Apple Podcast. Check us out on all those socials, guys. And you know what? Just thanks for tuning in to another awesome episode.
Whoa.
We'll have more great topics for you next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys.